You can also pin channels. Channels has a dedicated pin section. It's always on top as usual, but this time you can pin up to 25 channels. If you try to pin more, you will get additional message, but 25 is really a lot for channels. And then you don't need to go and you don't need to find or scroll through all of your teams to find your channel that you need to check or you work on a daily basis. My name is Marcin Siewnicki. I am Microsoft 365 consultant. I work in ICG company in Poland. I live in Warsaw. You can find me on Twitter, on LinkedIn, or you can check my blog site. But let's go to the main topic. So first, I will talk a little about everyday tips and tricks in Teams, so what you can use and how easily you can boost your productivity, what you can use to make your work easier, better, faster in Teams. And then I will show you all those tips and tricks. Then only four things what should you avoid in Teams. And then a few words about must-have apps, free application that you can find in Teams. So let's go. First one, very important because if you use Teams for some time, probably you are a member and or owner of many teams, and you can use one hidden feature. It's not so easy to find it right now. It's even deeper. It's hidden deeper than before. So you can use manage teams option, manage teams feature to list all of your teams. If you are a member, if you are owner, you can find all your teams. You can hide them, you can unhide them. It's very important if you are a member of, for example, 100 or 200 teams, it's almost impossible to navigate through all of them. You can leave a team using this feature and manage. Of course, if you are an owner of, you can at least you have required permissions. And yeah, you can easily find it in the new navigation option. I will show you that later. Then a few things about chats, messages, and channels. You can pin almost everything in Teams. So you can pin chat to pinned section. There's a pinned section in your Teams. It's always on top, so you don't need to go and search for your colleague that you talk every day. You can pin up to 15 chats. So you can't. It's limited, but 15 is, I think, good enough number to use. And this is very important. I love pinning chats because it's my favorite chats with my colleagues, with my boss, with my teams. I don't need to scroll all through all. I don't need to search because search is great, but still you need to find and search. Maybe you find something else. You can also pin channels. Channels has a dedicated pin section. It's always on top as usual. But this time you can pin up to 25 channels. If you try to pin more, you will get additional message, but 25 is really a lot for channels. And then you don't need to go and you don't need to find or scroll through all of your teams to find your channel that you need to check or you work on a daily basis. And pin message. Pinning messages is also a nice feature, nice option, but this time you can pin a message inside a group chat. So it's not a personal chat, it's not a channel, but it's a message pinned inside a conversation, but a group conversation. It's visible on top of your chat window. It's very easy to find. So if you have very important message in your group conversation about project, about some document, important information, event, and so on. So you can pin it at the top and everyone will see it immediately when a user enters your group chat. It's very easy. So in fact, every type of message or channel has this pin option. Okay, so let's switch to Teams because this is the most important part. So pinning chats. Well, it's bigger. Okay, I think it should be good. If you pin a chat, it's here at top of the your chat tree. Easy to navigate. If I want to go to, for example, Miriam, I can click ellipsis and pin, and it's at top of my. So I can hide all other chats, and I have all my most important chats here. So if Adele write me a message, I can go quickly. I don't need to go through, search, whatever. I can just access it within a second. And it works the same way, but for channels. So if I go for any channel I want, for example, this one, I can click ellipsis and click pin. It's also in my pin section, but this time it's not entire team, it's only a channel. So I can go quickly into this specific channel. I know a team name because it's here, team name and channel name, very important. So you know the team name. So for example, if you have 4 general channels in 4 different teams, you can quickly navigate to the one that you need. And about pinning messages, I need to find a group message. Group message, please. Okay, I have some message. I can go and click pin, and it's visible on top of the page here. So I can scroll down all the other messages, but this one, this pinned message, is always on top. And this work only in group chat. So if I try to do the same trick in it won't be so visible at this one because this is it was also group chat. And the tips number 1, so how to manage your teams. Well, last week at the bottom of your teams tree, there was a button that you can use to create a new team and go and manage teams. But Microsoft moved that, the latest update, up here, and now it's not clearly visible. You need to click twice, not once. You need to click twice to get the manage window, Teams manage window. So it's a little bit harder to find. So click ellipsis and you can manage teams. If you go there, there is you will get all your teams in one screen. Very important. This is my test account, so I have only 73 teams. But in one of my production accounts, I have more than 200 teams. So it's almost impossible to use this your teams section in this teams tree. So if you want to limit your working teams or most important teams, you can go to the manage team section and, for example, hide alt teams and make visible only those that you really need. You can also click on ellipsis and get some additional details. For example, you can leave the team. If you are a member, you can go and manage team if you are an owner of the team, or you can even delete that team. So quickly, one shop, one stop for your all teams inside Teams application. Very important feature. If you have a lot, if you have many teams, this is the number 1 feature that you need to go and make some cleaning process from time to time to make sure that you don't have too many teams in your active window, or you can also delete some old and not important teams. Okay, then the next one is chat with yourself. Microsoft a few months ago, maybe even a year, introduced a new feature called chat with yourself. So you can type a message to yourself. But for me, it has very limited use case. In fact, I use it only for two scenarios. One, if I want to quickly save something.
Schön, dass du bis hierher geschaut hast. Wenn du das Video weiterschauen möchtest, dann melde dich einfach auf unserer Lernplattform M365 Circle an. In der Videobeschreibung findest du den Link, wie du da hinkommst, und du kannst dir natürlich auch für eine unserer weiteren Summits, M365 Summits, ein Ticket holen, kostenfrei, oder du unterstützt uns mit einem Supporter-Ticket. Also klick auf den Link in der Beschreibung und schau dir das vollständige Video an. Wenn du uns weiter noch unterstützen möchtest, dann kannst du auch unseren YouTube-Channel abonnieren und am besten noch die Glocke aktivieren. Und vielen Dank, dass du bei der nächsten Summit auch mit dabei bist.